Doughboy 4-3. Eric Hipples Nipples 4-3. Doug Kamish Show Fantasy Show. Doughboy, although has some wins, is really struggling in the point column.
Yes, buddy. I mean, he was 3-0.
Yep.
Everybody was ooh Jim.
Yep. Ooh Jim.
Now it's 3-3.
Was it ooh Jim? Yes.
A little. So, then it was 3-3,
mm-hmm.
and everybody's Jim blows. Yep. And then
he beat me.
Jim gets a win.
Yeah.
And now we're not sure what Jim thinks about being 4-3, still losing 3 out of his last 4 games.
Yes.
And now he faces a very steady Eddie Nipple team.
Steady nipples, huh? All right.
Yeah, I mean, they're steady.
Well, here we go. Joe Flacco and Donovan McNabb. I have to give the edge to Donovan McNabb here, just because Denver is awesome.
They are.
6 points they give up to opposing fantasy quarterbacks. It's at 6.
Oh, Jim.
So it is going to be a tough game, and the problem is Jim follows it up having his starting running back be over there as well. So you've got Ray Rice going up against Denver, who's only given up 2 touchdowns all year long to other running backs. So what do you think?
I think that Flacco is in trouble. I think that Ray Rice is in trouble. Mm-hmm. I don't really love McNabb against the Giants either. But if I had to choose, I would take McNabb.
Okay. I would take McNabb too, and I'm looking at the running backs. Ray Rice I don't like, but I don't mind the LaDainian play. But my issue is this. If LaDainian can't score in double digits against Kansas City, is he going to be able to do it against Oakland?
More than likely not.
Yeah.
More than likely
Now,
not.
let me bring up something that happened last week. I believe you had said something along the lines of Tomlinson was going to carry Doughboy to victory. Now, Doughboy was carried to victory. I'll admit that. He beat me. Congratulations. Woohoo! He didn't carry him.
It was more like he was just watching him be carried.
Okay. I'm okay with
I knew I seen something about him carrying
you
or
saw
watching.
Something. Your English is terrible.
Or
where'd you go to high school, Faith?
No.
Oxford Christian?
No. I'm afraid it was the mighty GCS.
Was it? All right.
He seen his team being carried.
Mm-hmm.
He was just directing the carrying.
All right. Marshawn Lynch and Ryan Grant. Ryan Grant actually started to pick it up a little bit more. But you know what? Minnesota's tough against the run, and Houston isn't. But I think I'm going to give the edge to Hipples here.
Yeah,
just because I think Denver's going to do enough damage to Ray Rice that LaDainian, anything positive he's going to get will be kind of wiped out.
I would like to put one more comment here on the Ray Rice. How they manhandled Minnesota's defensive line in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to have that kind of effort again for Ray Rice to be successful.
Yeah.
And therefore Doughboy to have success.
All right, Devery Henderson, Mike Sims-Walker, and Roy Williams. Roy Williams, you don't like him?
Unless his name's Miles Austin, don't own him if he's a Cowboy.
Okay. Devery Henderson against Atlanta. He's one of those ones that you hope that he gets in the end zone. He's not really a good big possession guy. No. So you never really know. If for some reason that Reggie Wayne is out, do you play Pierre Garçon if you hit those?
Sure. Why not? I mean, I'd put him in over Roy.
Okay. All right. Go to the other side. Sidney Rice. We really like Sidney Rice and the chemistry he's getting with Favre.
Yes.
And
you like Rice?
I don't like Rice, for the record. That Rice.
Can't believe.
Mario Manningham. Hail to the victors. Anyway, starting to get some more looks in New York. Going up against Philadelphia defense, decent. And Torrey Holt. The problem is Torrey Holt isn't going to get any balls because they're all going to be thrown to Mike Sims-Walker. What is so funny?
You like Rice.
So Mike Sims-Walker versus Torrey Holt. I'm going to put all my cards on Mike Sims-Walker.
Me too.
So I'm going to give the edge to the wide receiver category. I'm actually going to give it to Hipples, but I don't think it's going to be by a lot.
I don't like the Roy Williams play.
No,
Chris, you got to do something about that.
Yeah. Well, he could. I mean, put Lance Moore in there and have 2 New Orleans wide receivers.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
All right. Now, Vernon Davis, do you think you like him this week?
No.
No, I wouldn't either.
Teams did watch the film.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore, it's still Alex Smith with a team ready to prepare for Mr. Alex Smith.
Fantasy points, Indianapolis Colts give up 2 tight ends.
3. 1.
Touchdowns, they've given up 2 tight ends.
0.
Yep, big fat 0. So, anyway, Antonio Gates against Oakland. Oakland actually is okay against opposing tight ends. They actually haven't given up any touchdowns to tight ends either.
I like it.
So I'm actually going to give the edge to Gates here. Lions against St. Louis and Ravens against Denver. I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to the Lions, but that's a risky play, Jim. It really is because you don't know what you're going to get.
But Jim needs to be risque. He needs risqueness here.
Now, I know that you can see into Jim's windows. Do you appreciate the risqueness that you see then?
At times. At times.
Yes, I see. That's disgusting.
Jim needs a risky play here because his matchups and his team are not very good this week.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs a spark from a kick return from the loins, or an interception return, or even 4 interception returns for touchdowns to keep this one within reach.
I'm going to go with Eric Hipples here. And you?
First of all, I appreciate the upset win that you gave me last week as I picked you, Doughboy, to overcome the Beaner.
Mm-hmm. I
appreciate that. I just don't see it happening twice.
Okay.
I have the Hippos edging out the Doughboy 81-77.
All right. 81-77. That's it for this matchup, Doughboy versus Nips. We'll be right back with our next one.
You like your rice.